Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Iowa Math Chats. This is episode 4, and we're going to return back to the focus documents, but now we're going to look at the documents and understand how do these clusters that I talked about in the last video connect to college and career readiness. And you can also view episode 3 so that you know where this work comes from and why we can trust it to be aligned to the standards that we have. So we're going to open up that focus document and go back to kindergarten and take a look. Let's open up that document. And I'm going to make that bigger. And what I want to do is really focus on this section over here that highlights of major work in grades K through 8. Now, in the previous video, we talked about how these clusters are the main emphasis of the grade. So for example, in kindergarten, the main emphasis, meaning the most of the instructional time until students have it, up to 85%, should be used on these green boxes, these clusters, these headings in your standards. And they're called clusters again because they cluster different size groups of standards together. And again, the number of standards does not matter. We talk about that in previous videos. But how this connects over here to the major work of the grade is if you look at this, this is the major work in K-8. This is our pathway to college and career readiness. So if we want students to be college and career ready when they get to high school, meaning that they can take their high school mathematics on pace and not have to take remedial mathematics in college, then we need to make sure that we deliver what's in this pathway here. This right here, this K2 through 8 is the non-negotiable, this box right here. This is what all students need in order to be ready when they get to high school. So let's take a look and look at what that means. So that means in kindergarten through 2nd grade, we have 3 years. We have a grade band, right, across grade bands. So kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade, we have 3 years to make sure that they understand addition and subtraction, concepts, skills, and problem solving and place value. Then we have another 3 years to make sure that they understand multiplication, division, and their fractions. When they get into 6th grade, we want to make sure they can understand ratios and proportions and expressions and equations. It's like 2 things. They're huge things in mathematics, but this is what we mean by the major work of the grades. In 7th grade, we continue on and we add in rational numbers. And in 8th grade, we get to linear algebra and functions. So this highlights the major work of the grades in K through 8. So if students get off this pathway, this is how they're ending up in high school, not ready to take high school mathematics, which then generally means they end up in remedial math classes. We know what the data says. It's higher for those students that have to take remedial math classes in college. They tend to be the students that do not finish their degrees, and we want to change that for students in Iowa. So again, notice that we have a whole 6 years to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, problem solving, fractions. And I know that's a huge lift, but I believe that we can do it. So I hope that you will join us for the next episode where we will talk about more how these clusters really connect to the major work of the grade.